Posted the HTR URL.
God damn it. God damn it, we're live.
Oh.
Oh god. Oh god. Phil, panic.
Ah! I can't! I don't even know.
Pull yourself together, Phil!
Are we actually live?
Yeah, we're actually live. Welcome to the Swaggalaggin podcast. I'm Lyle, and as always, here with Phil. Got a very special guest on the show today. We got Zach Hadel, aka Psychic Pebbles. If you haven't heard of him on YouTube,
Good. Don't ever.
good.
Don't look.
He's just
Bad. It's so
awful.
bad. Don't look
He's
at
just
Curvifer. It's better. Don't look at.
Don't look at Curvifer. Fuck you, Zach. Fuck you, Zach. Just for that, I'm plugging you. Fucking YouTube.com/Psychic Pebbles if you've seen that arrow to the knee thing a while back, or cats, or some fine Skyrim, something, and he also draws the pictures for spoilers ahead.
Spoilers ahead.
So,
Uh-oh. Explode Mike.
I'm in explode mode? God damn it.
Yeah. Oh, noes.
Okay. It should be,
There we go. Yeah, now you sound a lot better.
Now I sound a lot
You're
better.
less of a faggot.
You're welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome, ladies. I'm less
Yeah,
of a faggot now.
Thank you.
The chances
Anyways.
that I will raid your puss place have gone up marginally since I defaggotized. Anyway,
So-
so today
How's
we've
How's
got...
your week been?
Yeah, my week's been a week.
I've had the laziest fucking week. I just woke up an hour ago.
I've been trying to get a bunch of shit together to put together audio for a new show that I'm doing with Spaz Kid Corey, the
Oh, no.
animator from
Not
Sanity
guy.
Season 2.
Not that guy.
He's actually really fast and efficient when he doesn't hate somebody that he's working for.
He is, yeah.
When he doesn't.
Did you dude, Zach, has he showed you anything of that wonky thing that he has literally been working on for like 2 days while he's waiting on audio?
No. What is it? Is it for fixing good or fixing perfect?
It's what it is it's basically it's just like a 2-minute animation that he just kind of put together like really quick like audio for while he was waiting, and it's like 2 minutes long and it's a lot of fucking movement, and he's literally finished
Dude,
the whole thing
he
in
did
like 2
that.
days.
He did that Real Big Fish video, like the whole storyboard in like a day.
Dude,
I was
he's
like, how the fuck?
you get that kid motivated. He's wicked fast.
I was in Philadelphia and I watched him work. He got like, when I did that Bad Naked Speaks video, he got like 3 skits done.
Dude, that's I would actually like to fucking sit over his shoulder and watch him work for a little while, just because like I've done animation, albeit not very good, so I kind of know how it works, and just the rate that guy works at, it's actually amazing to me.
Yeah, it's got to be a really interesting process to actually see, considering the amount of times he has to redo the page from all the
Oh yeah,
dicks he's from.
everything he does is like frame by frame, pretty much.
Yeah.
So
A lot of people's storyboards are just the key poses, but his storyboards are like the entire, like every single.
yeah, he does all the
frame
movements.
picture.
I don't know why he does all the movements, but it seems to work for him. So
Yeah, it does. It looks good.
Who was telling me that the other day? Matt was telling me that Navarki, the guy you're working with right now, Lyle, actually does something akin to that, where he does every frame as well.
Navarki is really good. I mean, he's got a different style to Corey, and it's sort of difficult to compare the two. Navarki's a little more anatomically correct, and he's got some really smooth motions to his stuff. But
Yeah,
that guy,
does.
he's not nearly as fast as Corey. I mean, the speed that Corey has is just fucking unreal.
I don't think anybody's as fast as Corey. Honestly, I really don't.
Yeah,
Fastest pencil in the Wild Wild West.
I have no idea, like he hates his old stuff, but like his old videos used to be done like without Flash. Like his really old animations used to be like MS Paint and Windows Movie Maker, but he'd still do the same thing where he'd draw like frame by frame animations and shit. And it was like, so I guess that might have helped, like, just because that's such a fucking hassle, that getting used to that and then moving on to something like Flash is just, I don't know. I guess sort of like that huge limitation that he had to work with is now gone.
So speaking of your series, did you know that your series was leaked on the interwebs?
My what now?
Sanity was leaked on the interwebs, apparently, according to what all these fucking people are saying.
I did not know that, no.
Yeah.
Is it a recording of, like, the preview that
I think it's the actual, the whole animation. Like, they said Dex did it. I'm like, what? Oh, well.
Dex. Okay, I mean, it's half his show. Does that count as a Where's Dex?
Yeah, dude, I've been seeing it all over the chat.
After this, okay, after this sentence. But, I mean, it's half his show. If he wants to do previews of it, he fucking can. I don't really care.
Poor Ferg.
Okay, I'm gonna run a commercial. Meanwhile, Phil, you go downstairs and beat that fucking hoe that's screaming.
Hey! Hey! Give me a second.
I was okay.
No, they're not gonna shut up.
It's alright.
I'm gonna keep my hand on the fucking mic muted button whenever I'm not talking.
I was actually fucking with you. I don't really.
Alright,
it's not that big of a deal. Like, you barely hear it. You barely even there. You barely feel it. Just the tip.
Just a little bit, just barely.
Just the tip.
Just barely.
I kind of feel like we should have recorded that whole first 10 minutes that Zach joined the call, because that seems like pretty much perfect for Swaggalaggin.
What? Just like, oh god. Okay.
Oh, you missed it earlier when you walked. It was just like, oh, why does he have a mustache on it?
Oh god, oh yeah, you like that?
Fuck.
Why do you all have ad block still? Get away! Fuck off!
Stop it! Stop it!
Stop it! Get it up.
So, Zach, you want to talk a little bit about, like, Hellbenders, or...?
It's bad, don't watch it. It's so bad, you're not gonna laugh, you're gonna get angry, you're gonna downvote it. Don't watch it.
I'm looking up Hellbenders right now.
Chris... Oni and Chris and I are working on it. We have a few episodes written. We'd like to get that out. Gonna visit him in Ireland in a few weeks, so we can record some of that. That's it. That's all you gotta know.
Right
on. Not gonna sleep over, are you?
I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw the name Hellbenders, I thought it was like a gay joke. Like
okay, here's the thing about the title. The title doesn't make any sense, but it does. It has like a bender in Europe is like a gay person.
Yeah, that's where my mind went, is because like first I remember the first thing I saw of it was like a picture of them holding hands, and it said Hellbenders, and I was like, oh god, he's making like a satire on like the whole homosexuals are doing.
Well, we do kiss in the first episode, so, but it's not gay. It's not gay. It's straight.
No, there's nothing gay
straight
about it.
Kissing on the lips.
It's completely heterosexual.
Completely, yeah. I mean, every now and again, you just gotta like.
You just gotta kiss the guy on the lips, grab his ass, grab his dick, and then you're done. Just get out of your system. That's what my dad always said.
And you get away with it if you just say "good game." Good game at the end of everything.
Yeah, good game. Good game, man.
Suck the cock out.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you're all fucking naked in the locker room, like grabbing each other's balls and slapping each other's asses. It's been a good game. You had a good game. You had a good game. The way that you threw that big burly man onto the ground with all that physical contact, it was
all sweaty.
It was good. It was good. Let's all get in the shower, guys. That was good.
I need to figure out what the hell I was just about to listen to, because apparently I looked up Hellbenders real quick, and I put it on mute, and as soon as the video ended, autoplay on YouTube was on, and all I heard was, "Let's play the duck song!" I'm like, oh no. I had to pause it real quick. It's a black screen. I'm gonna play it.
African American scream.
That looks terrible. I'll watch that later.
No thanks.
What do you mean there's black people in that? Nope. Staying right the way away.
Not today.
Today.
Don't be alarmed. Jesus Christ.
Oh no. I was trying to figure out what the hell you were talking about, and then I realized, oh no.
It's a black man.
Just black people.
That's so. I think it's the oldest video on the channel.
Is it?
The Duck Song 4?
You haven't had that channel up for a long time, then.
Well, that what happened was I did that like 2010, I think. And it's funny because I was in art class with a black kid in high school, and he saw that video and he didn't talk to me after that.
I like how it's like a black kid. Oh yeah, I went to art school with a black kid.
He was just there. I don't know how he got there. He was just a black kid there, and he saw the video and he was genuinely offended by it. And he did talk to me after that. So it was fun.
I just your phrasing, like I went to art school and there was a black kid there.
Well, I was at high school and it was art class. I'm not that pretentious and.
So when Zach went to his life drawing class and his art school. Class. Oh, dude. Okay, my friend Dan. You might know him as Lemur Gimmick, I think, on YouTube.
Sure.
He's a pretentious art fag, and by that I mean he went to art school.
Right.
And he would come back with these stories about like his life drawing class, and like it was just like he had like the first person he had to draw was an old lady. And you know, life drawing is like the nude modeling, so like this old lady just comes in and like strips down. He had like another guy who every time he would change poses would pinch his penis.
So it would get harder.
Poses. I don't know. He would just like pinch his. I didn't.
So he
ask
would.
for
So he would move the leg and go honk.
I guess. That's how I imagined it.
Where on his penis did he pinch? Was it like the head or the shaft or?
I didn't ask that far.
Should have asked that part.
I should have, but I was afraid that what he would say wouldn't be the more hot choice, so I left that to my steamy imagination. But
the fucker would claim sexual harassment. It's like, is he fucking playing with himself? Right
no,
now?
I mean he didn't like beat off in his face, so that would be funny. But yeah, I changed my I kept changing my Skype description to like Harry Potter titles relating to like his fucking like it would be like Daniel Laszlo and the Peculiar Case of the Penis Pincher, or just some shit like that. Like, just fucking. I just found it so funny that he was like, every time he went to life drawing class, it was like a new naked person doing weird naked people things.
You know, it'd be odd if Zach did actually go to a life drawing class and that same black guy who he offended, he had to draw for 2 hours.
Just fucking mad dogging him the whole time, like, yeah, draw me, you cracker. Draw my penis. Draw my penis.
I dare you to put a duck right next to me, motherfucker. I dare you.
I dare you. Look at this penis. Draw this penis. You best do justice to the vein. I'm proud of that vein.
Oh, damn it. And, where did he go? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Life Drawing class, man?
Don't worry. I'm back.
Okay.
I think you guys were scared for a second, but it's okay.
Where did you go?
What happens? You leave for like 3 seconds and we get into discussing those people.
Ew, gross.
And there are many assets.
You're offending my Aryan heritage.
Oh my god, shut up, you Puerto Rican fuck.
Heritage.
You are the worst Puerto Rican in the world, we know that.
Don't tell nobody. I look white. I can pass. I can get an edge in the job market this way.
Did I ever tell you that as soon as I made a video on YouTube, everyone in the world was disappointed that they saw that I was Spanish and not black?
Wait, people thought you were black?
Everyone thought I was black. I don't know how that fucking worked out. I really don't. Guys, people in chat, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why did you think I was...
Then we could just be racist. Then we could just say the N-word on this podcast and it would all come full circle.
That's probably why. That's probably why, because I actually say the N-word on this podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's, by the way, usually, that's like the first thing I tell people. It's like, you can say anything you want. Don't say anything you're going to regret, because I'm not going to edit it. So, but, there's no censoring. Try not to say the N-word. If you say the N-word, that's fine, because it slips every now and again. But that's where we draw the line. Don't say anything that can legitimately offend people.
So, basically, for 15 episodes, we've done the very opposite.
Yeah, no, I mean, we don't follow our own rules. That would be just fucking gay.
It's kind of like a disclaimer.
What kind of fucking candy ass jigaboo faggot would follow that kind of rule?
Fucking jigaboos.
Fuck it, no.
Jigaboo, where are you? Hold on.
I don't know. I think people getting offended at shit is just fucking stupid, honestly.
Oh, my favorite people to offend are women. I love when I meet women who are just easily offended at kitchen jokes. Yeah. Honestly, like, what kind of fucking grade schooler are you that you're still offended by that?
There's like a group of people, and I wouldn't even say feminists, because like I guess by definition anybody who believes in equal rights is a feminist, but there are like those like fucking hardcore like man-hating like feminazis.
Yeah.
That like if a man has any sexual desire towards women as a race, he's a misogynist. He's a woman hater. He wants to.
I heard a story about a chick
and like most of them say like, oh yeah, if you allow a man to have sex with you, then he's taking advantage of you. It's I don't know, their view on the whole like sexual desire thing is so fucked. It's just like,
so how did they propagate our race then? Like,
yeah, no, it's like here's the thing: is it's like men have a sex drive, women have a sex drive. It's basic biology. Some feminists are like, you know, very liberal about sex, and they say like, oh yeah, a woman should, you know, be able to have sex with whoever she wants, and you don't do this as the slut shaming, all that. That stance I can understand. What I don't get is like the people that think, oh, if a man, you know, tries to pick up on a woman with the intent of having sex with her, he's a misogynist. Or just, I don't know. It's.
I heard a story from a chick, I think it was a video. Some girl was really offended because she was in an elevator. And some guy said hi to her and asked if he wanted to have dinner,
dude,
and she was like,
yes, yes, I saw that. No, he didn't ask for dinner. He said, do you want to go get coffee or
That's
something?
What it was, yeah, I was
and
baffled.
And she, like, made, like, this fucking 7-minute rant about, oh, show me, that's not okay. That's not okay. It's like, what fucking crawled up your ass and died in there?
It's like, you could fucking say no. I'd feel much better if the bitch just called me ugly and said, no, you're ugly. Okay, that's fine. You know, I don't need you to fucking talk my ear off for 7 minutes, you dumb bitch.
No, she went off about how he was so out of line to ask her to go get coffee. It's like, what? What?
Obviously, I'm a fan of tea, you fucking insensitive asshole.
I don't even know what her point was. I can't remember it. I just remember it being so fucking stupid that...
Well, the point was, yeah, he was out of line for asking her to get coffee. He should have, like, sent her a letter in the mail and be like, you want to get coffee? Like, should have you... She was offended, yeah.
A formal request.
Yeah.
Wishing for...
To whom it may concern.
Like, that's...
AKA the girl I want to ball.
That's not even, like, something like, hey, let's go fucking have sex. It's not like he, like, asked her, oh, hey, you want to come back to my place and, you know, drink and fuck? Like, that's...
Or better yet, he didn't go into the elevator like, hey, yo, girl, what that smell like? Hey, girl.
Hey, bitch.
Hey, yo, girl.
You got to think about you.
That's the new thing you gotta do. You gotta go up to him and be like, hey, yo, what that smell like, girl? What that smell like? Let me get a count.
Girl, you got that tuna salad going on down there? I want some of that.
Oh,
because you know she reeked, bro. You know she fucking...
She wasn't even hot either. That was the thing, though. Is like, she... Lucky that a guy hit her.
Okay, she wasn't fucking dog-faced, but no, she wasn't hot. At least I don't recall her being... she might have been.
Yeah, she could have been. I don't know, but... Yeah.
But basically...
Speaking about...
Like, that's the thing, is there are people that literally exist to get offended at things. That just pisses me off, man.
So you mean like the entirety of your fan base?
No, what? No, my fan base don't get offended. They're hateful people. They just dislike things. There's a difference there.
Did you ever offend people with your Mass Effect parody? I forget. Like, did you ever get any...
I probably did, but not enough to like actually notice. Like, I'm sure there's probably easily like 1 or 2 comments like this is misogynist because that's the joke. But it wasn't like a huge mass response. The most offended I've ever seen my fan base get was like way back in the day. Like, I don't know. It had to be 3-4 years ago. No, kick him out of the call, Jesus. No, I was like, I made a video and it was like, I was pissed off because I had bought a Wii, and this was before I had like a disposable income. So, you know, throw in like $250 plus the extra controllers and tax and everything. So, you know, maybe like $300 some odd dollars at basically a huge fucking dust collecting machine was, I thought at the time, like, it really pissed me off. And I had like seen like a news story and it was like, this is I don't even remember what sparked it, but I made like kind of a rant and I'm like, God, this is such a fucking waste of money. I can't believe I bought this thing. And that's, to date, like one of the only videos I've ever removed from YouTube because I was literally getting messages about it like years later. And I don't even mean like 1 or 2 messages. Like I'd probably get like 4 messages a week about that video like years after the fact. It's like, oh my God, stop talking about it. I don't even fucking care at this point. And it's like, it was like one of my like most, I guess because when you make a rant where you take a stance on something, you're making a statement, and that kind of elicits more of a response. Like, it didn't really have that many views compared to my other videos,
man,
but it was like something that people were talking about still, like, years after the fact, and it's just like, shut up. It's barely even relevant anymore, and it's not that important. Like, it's... So,
if that's the case, then I'm definitely not going to go ahead with my series.
No, I mean, if that's... No, dude. See, here's the thing, is I kind of like that, where, like, if you have an opinion on something and it elicits a response, like, that's good. It's interesting, right? Yeah. The fact that it was, it was literally just me, like, bitching, like, I regret buying this piece of shit. And, like, I don't know. I go out of my way to, like, make content and, like, put work into stuff, and people are just talking about, like, that. It's like, I don't want to be, like... You know,
I did a video called Rest in Peace Steve Jobs, and everyone got really pissed off at me.
That video, I saw that one. That video wasn't even that bad.
I laughed harder at. I thought the comments were hilarious. Like, fucking, because it was like 10 days after he died. I wasn't trying to do it for shock value. I just did it because I thought of what I thought was a funny idea. People got really pissed off. They're like, "We don't subscribe, you fucking asshole."
I find that funny though. Like,
yeah, I thought their comments were funnier than the actual video.
Sometimes when people just get really offended at something, it's fucking hilarious. It's like, why are you this mad?
My first video that I put up, someone got super offended that I did the video in 360p, and they had a huge problem with it. People get offended at just fucking everything.
Yeah, that's I don't.
It's like they wake up and they're going, I need to find something that pisses me off today because I can't go a day without that bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know. People get really defensive of brands and shit, I've found.
Speaking of that fucking Steve Jobs thing, was anyone else's Facebook just fucking, or Twitter for that matter, just fucking lit ablaze with, oh my God, R.I.P. Steve Jobs? Like, who the fuck
anybody
cared?
actually gave a shit. Yeah, there's YouTuber
best,
called...
I think dying is like one of the best publicity moves you can make.
Yeah.
I mean, or, you know, coming out as a hologram.
No, look at fucking Michael Jackson, right? Like, before he died, everything was like, oh, Michael Jackson's a pedophile, oh, fuck Michael Jackson. And then, like, the second he dies, that just takes, like, a full fucking 180, and it's like, he was the artistic voice of a musical generation, he's inspired so many, it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, no, here's the thing, the difference between Michael Jackson and fucking Steve Jobs is Michael Jackson actually kind of contributed something in a creative sense, whereas Steve Jobs just kind of based his career off of stealing everything and then calling it his own idea.
He was openly an asshole too to everybody.
Yeah, he was basically the biggest fucking corporate douche ever, and he was a hipster too. Sort of
it was
two and two on top together.
It was his fault he died. He like literally 4 years before he died, they were like, "You want a good fucking chemotherapy or whatever?" He's like, oh, just go. He used like natural stuff. He didn't go with actual doctors and actual like treatments.
Was he like one of those fucking? Like,
yeah, and that's why he died because he didn't
medicine?
go.
Oh wow.
He deserves it. I mean, I hate this, but he did. If you don't do what you're supposed to, you fucking deserve to die. That's
like what the fuck did he contribute to society though? Like where people suddenly were in an outrage over the fact that you said I honestly don't give a shit. Like I'm trying to figure out. Like he gave you the iPod and the MacBook, which are two fucking basically a laptop and an MP3 player that are just charged out the ass. Like they charge out the ass for.
I think the only reason that like iPods and shit have got so popular is because like once you fucking buy one, you can't change over to like an MP3 player or something.
yeah.
Like if I change my MP3 player or whatever, like all the things that I bought on iTunes literally like get lost. So fuck that. But
no, but what I'm saying is like, and in the grand scheme of things, what did he really contribute? At least Bill Gates, you know, actually did shit for charity and stuff like that. I don't hear shit about Steve Jobs doing anything but making money.
Yeah,
being a corporate asshole.
That's very true. I don't know. I'm not like, oh, down with Steve Jobs, because I mean, like, I can't blame the guy for wanting to make money. At the same time, I'm not.
Yeah,
like,
he was a good businessman. He did what he was supposed to do.
Steve Jobs is gone forever.
Have you, you guys know who I Justine is? She's a YouTuber, and she did a video of her crying like the day after he died.
Oh my god.
I'll show you. I'll see if it's still up.
Yeah.
There's a bitch called I Justine, and the day after.
Dude, like, I don't know that whole corner of YouTube, like those like YouTube personalities that don't really do anything, if that makes sense. They just kind of are, and then they get popular. Right. That just pisses me off, dude.
Does anyone remember when YouTube was all about watching?
I saw I was at like a party at Comic-Con, and I saw Tobuscus there. And I straight up told him to his face. I wasn't super articulate about it because I was drunk as shit, but I stand by it. But I told him to his face, dude, I hate everything I've ever seen you make. Like, I hate when it's like fucking someone does literally like fuck all, and then they pull like this huge amount of fame out of it. It pisses me off because like, I'm not even saying me here, by the way. Because I know I'm not, like, super high value.
Well, no. There's a difference. Here's the thing. You actually make series.
I make stuff, but I mean, people can argue that it's, you know, I'm not, like, somebody that puts a shit ton of work. I mean, I do like to put hard work into things that I make.
Right.
But, I mean, there are definitely people way more talented than me who have put so much more work into their fucking videos. And they have, like, a fraction of the subscribers that you'll see, you know, Ray William Johnson is the popular one to hate, but...
Well, that's a whole nother discussion, because, you know, Matt was bringing that up to me, Matt Vargas, and he's like, you know, I tried working for a lot of things, and, like, he did a video for Sonic Episode 4, when that first came out. He did shit on that fucking animation. It got 1 million views in a week. As opposed to his normal, you know, every 1,000 videos every week. And he was just like, what the fuck? And people just really take that whole idea of simplicity and, like, throw it to the side. They don't understand. You can honestly make a shit ton of money doing the simplest fucking thing. I mean, hey, look at Let's Players.
See, here's but here's the thing about simplicity is I find that sometimes it works. Like, I mean, I'm not a super big animation expert, but, like, Zach, you could probably vouch for this, and tell me if I'm wrong here. Like, Yukino Joe, his animation's pretty basic, right?
Uh-oh. Okay,
well, Zach killed himself. But, like, Yukino Joe, right? He's this animator. He does, like, short, like, you know, 5-10 second videos. And they're fucking funny. Like, I can appreciate simplicity if it's just done for, because that's not the point of that video. It's like the point of that video exists to make you laugh. It tries to get this quick laugh out of you. And I mean, obviously to animate it takes some work, but it's kind of simplistic. It's not like Corey or fucking something like that where there's so much fucking frame by frame movement and shit like that, but it works in its own right, even though it's like this short 10-second video that you know, probably only took like a couple days to make.
Yeah.
But what I hate is when something is just there's no substance to it. Like if you like vlogs is the big one that just I have a problem with, because it's just somebody sitting there and like just talking about themselves, and don't bother pointing out the irony here because I realize it. But
oh no, yeah, I can't say shit either. I mean, like I said, I've been over this several times already. My first video was essentially a really bad.
Well, no, your first video was like an announcement that did what it was supposed to. What I don't like is when, I mean it. See here, I feel like it's sort of like I like to think that this show is sort of like a brain picking exercise where, you know, we kind of just go into sort of what makes us tick or what we like and don't like, and kind of
shit.
Fuck you. You kind of offer some sort of opinion or something. I just don't like when people are like sitting around like, oh yeah, today I went to the store and I saw this guy and I did this thing. I'm a vlogger. It's like, fuck off. No
Did
one's
you see that
if you're a vlogger, you don't deserve shit.
Yeah.
Did you see that fucking what was it? The Reply Girl started vlogging now too. Yeah.
At least she stopped doing the replies. Like, at least she stopped doing the reply shit, though.
Oh yeah. Everybody in chat, Zach Hadel is unofficially the person who made Megan Speaks stop doing replies. So, round of applause, please.
Shucks.
Yeah. All right.
It's funny because her
Honestly,
boyfriend told Egoraptor and Chris and myself and a few other people that he was gonna kick our asses because we were being rude to his girlfriend. And he like, I wasn't going to VidCon, but he was like, go to VidCon so I can kick your ass. And I was like, alright. And he threatened to like kill, like, he said he was gonna bring like 30 guys to VidCon to kick everyone's ass, and he got banned for VidCon. And his brother is like, his brother is like 38 years old, and he's like, bro, don't fuck with me. I'm bipolar, bro. I'm bipolar and I have depression. Don't fuck with me. I'm crazy.
I've got nothing to live for, and I hate myself. Don't fuck with me.
While I'm eating you, I'll stop and cry a little bit.
That is true to some extent, though. Nothing's scarier than someone with nothing to lose.
No, but I mean, his whole argument wasn't that he had nothing to lose. It was that he's crazy because he's bipolar. Like, it would be like if
I don't know. I've dealt with bipolar people. They are actually pretty crazy.
But it doesn't make you a better fighter, though.
Stop it, though?
Yeah, no, it actually doesn't. Yeah.
It just makes you an asshole. I mean,
it doesn't give you bipolar superpowers.
He doesn't turn into the Hulk when he's bipolar. He just turns into a sadder person.
I'm getting bipolar. You won't like me when I'm bipolar. I tend to cry like a little bitch.
Yeah, it's like he'd hit you in the face and be like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm bipolar. You see, I just have to."
Whoa, we're just talking about bipolarism. We're not talking about women on their periods.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. That's just ridiculous. They have girl parts. Join me in a laugh. I'm running an ad.
I just had the biggest shit I've had in a while. Oh boy.
Oh, bad.
You know, you have a shit so big you feel uncomfortable, you don't want to sit down for a while.
Oh, fuck. I know the feel. Have you ever had a shit so big that you just, like, you sit on the toilet for, like, a few minutes and you're just like...
gather yourself?
Yeah. I hate the opposite, though. Have you ever, like, spent, like, fucking, like, 30 minutes trying to take a shit, and then when you're done, you're like, what did I just fight out? And you fucking, like, shat out like this...
nugget?
Yeah!
You're like, what is that?
It's fucking ridiculous. I remember one time I was like fucking
going to the bathroom and just pooping after a nice big dinner like that. I just like that. Just like, yeah, this is relaxing. This is the only fucking time I get to relax.
No, but I mean, like, I remember one time I fought with this shit for the longest time, and it was literally, when I looked at it, it was like three, like, tiny little fucking balls. Like,
what possesses us to do that, by the way? We could just as easily fucking flush it, but every time
if you fight with something for fucking hours,
you want to see what you wrestled.
Because I've ripped out a pretty impressive shit before, and I was like, wow, Holy
And
fuck.
sometimes you just gotta cut it in half with your piss, you know, sometimes you just gotta do stuff, you gotta make sacrifices.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta split it.
Sometimes you just gotta split it
You gotta
up.
cut the cake, as it were.
Sacrifice to the porcelain god.
God damn it. That's all I have to say. God damn it.
This is where we've come to.
This is the fucking...
This is the height of our lives.
Yeah, I feel like we should all just kill ourselves right now, because I don't think that we're gonna...
It's not gonna get any better.
Art does not ascend to this point.
Hey man, if one of us dies this podcast, we're gonna become famous, like, immediately.
Okay, everybody flip a coin. Last person to tails kills themselves.
Oh, fuck!
Here we go. We all get tails.
Bad at this. I got heads. Fuck.
That's good, unless you want to kill yourself. I mean, if you're stepping forward to be the modder for this fucking podcast,
Martyr for the... No. Anyways,
Did you guys see
if I was gone, Lyle, you would have no PR. You realize that? Like,
yeah, no, that nobody would know this podcast existed. Anyway, you were saying, Zach?
Did you guys see Breaking Bad? You guys were talking some Breaking Bad?
Dude, that show. Fuck, that show's so fucking awesome.
So fucking good.
So fucking great, man.
Do me a favor. If you're gonna talk about Breaking Bad, please do not spoil anything. I literally just started.
I'll say hands down, the best scene in the whole series took place in this season. It's when we're talking about when Walt Jr. comes in and he's like, "Seriously? You didn't have the TV on, Dad? Seriously?" And he gives that big speech. That's the best part of the whole series, I think.
I don't even fucking remember what the hell you're talking about.
First episode of season 5. After he kills Gus, he walks in, and Walt Jr. is like,
yeah.
"Do you have TV on, Dad? Seriously?" And he gives like a 5-minute, talks for like 5 minutes, and Walt just looks at him.
Yeah.
It's the best part.
I think, Lyle told me about it. All my friends tell me about Breaking Bad, but I just haven't had the time to actually sit down and
okay, here's my advice
to you,
Phil.
I walked in and watched an episode. I went over to Sharon's house, and she was watching it. And I watched an episode with her, and it was the episode where it was like a little bit further into one of the seasons where his wife is still pregnant, and
that's like season
1 or 2.
Yeah, well, like further in the season where he's just decided to quit selling meth, and that episode was good just because it looks like he's trying so hard to do shit that's not selling meth, and then right at the end when he goes up to those two fucking gangsters and just like stay the fuck out of my neighborhood, I was like, okay, I gotta watch this fucking series.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna tell you, Phil. This season of Breaking Bad is split up into 2 parts, so after episode 8, it's probably going to leave off on this really fucking nasty cliffhanger till next summer. You might want to just spare yourself the same pain we're all gonna be in waiting for it, and not start watching it until it's about to come back again. Because that's what I'm doing with Game of Thrones, is I've heard so many good things about Game of Thrones that I want to watch it, but right now I don't really care about it, so I want to wait till the next season happens before I even start watching them.
I do too want to watch Game of Thrones, but I have this huge problem with anything that deals with like medieval kind of culture and anything like that. I just don't get into shit like that. Like, especially with...
I like kind of like the fantasy like Skyrim setting, but I don't like the actual like medieval setting. Like, I don't like the realistic portrayal of it. I like when they're fucking killing dragons and shit.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
What, Game of Thrones?
I thought it was more realistic.
I know they have like, I've heard they have like monsters or people who have dragon blood, and that seemed cool. I did see a scene.
I've heard good things about it. That's all I know literally like fuck all about it. But
I saw this one scene on YouTube that my friend showed me because she's got a huge fucking boner for this one character named Khal Drago, and he's basically just this huge fucking savage, and he just basically rips this guy's tongue out and throws it on a pile of tongues, and then says, "No, don't touch his body. Let the motherfucker rot." And what happens?
All I
his
know
blonde
is that there's a
comes running
badass
to him.
midget in that show.
Tyrion, I think his name is.
Yeah,
the fucked up thing is, I know a little bit about the series. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I think of all the midget stars, that midget probably gets laid more than any other midget. That's a midget that gets a lot of pussy. Because he's not a bad-looking midget. Like, I wouldn't fuck him, but like, I'm just saying.
There's a window.
You know, there's actually that same midget. There's actually a fucking. I think there's a petition somewhere for someone to make him MODOK in the Marvel films. So that'll be interesting.
Oh god. See, that's I don't know how you can like sell yourself as a midget actor with complete dignity. It's kind of hard to do. The casting.
That guy found a way. Apparently.
Yeah, that's like one of the few midgets that has like midget dignity instead of being like, you know, oh look, it's a midget. That's so funny.
It reminds me of when the midgets. A story I heard about the midgets from the Willy Wonka movies. How they just I'm talking about the old ones. How they all would fucking take massive amounts of LSD and acid and start having orgies, and it was a huge problem during filming.
I think that captures the spirit of Willy Wonka.
All right, we gotta fucking film this. Yeah, we gotta film this fucking scene with the midgets real quick. Come on, and you walk in on a midget orgy with a bunch of fucking midgets dressed in orange singing songs.
You'd fucking walk in and you'd just be like, and you just fucking like close the door and run away.
It's like, but do you keep watching or do you leave? Like, it's like watching a terrible train wreck.
What kind of fucking question is that? Of course you fucking leave. And then you come back in a gimp suit.
Speaking of the more medieval and Skyrim and shit, I think I pissed off a lot of people when that video I did with Dex. I'm not sure if you watched it, but I talked about how I didn't like Skyrim at all. And I just unleashed the hordes of people who were like, oh, what do you mean medieval life simulator? Oh my god, Skyrim is there! Oh,
I really like that game. That said, it's a game that you really have to get into to enjoy. I don't think it's on the same level as like Minecraft, where your fucking imagination has to do everything and you have to literally create the experience for yourself. Like it gives you direction, like it gives you goals and something to work towards, which I think is like one of the more fun aspects of game design is, you know, what you're actually supposed to be doing, which is why I fucking hate Minecraft, because it's pointless. But I can understand not liking it if it's something that you can't get into. But,
but here's the thing. I see why people like the game. I can see where it's got like most of its acclaim from. But for me, when I would leave and go out and have like fun in the real life, if I come back home and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna sit down and play a video game, I felt stressed to play Skyrim, because it wasn't like, I got a really cool quest to finish. It was like, I gotta finish this shit, and I gotta go over the way to Solitude to do this shit, and I gotta do that, and this, and it just felt like a fucking chore.
Here's how I play it, and you might, did you like Fallout?
No, I didn't like Fallout. Fallout had the same. I had the same problem with Fallout.
Here's how I play those games. Is what I do is I just don't even fucking care about the main quest until I'm like to the point where I'm like, okay, I might as well. What I do for the first like probably 15, 20 hours of those games is just kind of aimlessly wander around the wasteland, and if I come across something that interests me, I'll do it.
Who the fuck?
And then Zach yells at me, and then I stop talking.
What? Yeah. One sec.
But I find that
Poor Zach.
the game world in Skyrim is one of like the most like real feeling game worlds. It's just the most fun to me to like wander around in. Fallout was really good too.
I liked wandering around in Skyrim for 5 minutes. But it came to, like I said, a lot of it came to a point where it just felt like a chore for me. Like because the thing is,
really?
I had enough money to buy. I stopped.
I thought almost completely the opposite. Like Skyrim is a game that you can start up and literally stop 5 minutes later and keep like your exact point. Like I thought it was really easy to just kind of turn on and off.
No, I didn't think it was hard to do it. It just wasn't fun for me. You know what I mean? Like I went into it and I tried playing it. And the other thing is, I'm a huge guy. If you play a game, the biggest fucking part of that game has to be the combat system for me. If I'm not having fun with the combat, everything else looks just as like shittier. So all the fun parts about Skyrim were just like torn to shreds for me when the combat was as simple as just like, you know...
Well, what did you play
or
as?
right trigger, left trigger. I played as, I think a warrior, and then I tried a rogue. I tried most every class. I didn't get very far with any of them. It just, for me, the combat felt shitty. The animations looked crap. The world looks really fucking cool. But it is huge. Like, if you don't have a horse, you're fucked. And I didn't have a horse for a while because I kept, you know, being an idiot.
I actually didn't mind wandering around without a horse because there's so much shit in it that, like, you're always constantly running into stuff.
You should have stopped that on a huge guy, Phil. Go fuck yourself, Space Sauce. So it's getting to 8:50. We got about 4 minutes until, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, but like a game that just came out and did something like that, it's nowhere near the scale of Skyrim. I get that. I just got Darksiders 2. That game does that very well. It has great combat. I mean, the storyline is actually engaging. Like, you don't feel like the main quest is, oh, okay, I guess I might as well. Like, the side quests are cool. And the exploration aspect of it is really awesome because it's like...
The impression I got from the new Darksiders, is it like a 3D, like, sort of Metroidvania kind of game?
Metroidvania meets Zelda, meets God of War, meets a lot of It's basically the Uncharted of the adventure series, you know what I mean? You know how Uncharted is to Tomb Raider and Indiana Jones, and it takes all these ideas from all other games and perfects them?
Yeah.
Darksiders is kind of like that, where it doesn't... It polishes them to such a fine sheen. It's a fun fucking game. I've had a huge blast with it so far.
We're talking about the second one, to be...
Yeah. The first one, a lot of good ideas kind of failed in the execution. The second one, I think it took all those ideas and it's like, okay, now how can we... Like you said the other day, is that a game that where if it had a budget, it realized its potential? I liked it. I think it got more of a budget. It definitely feels like a much better game. I also got Transformers.
Oh, the new one?
I want to play as a fucking Dinobot, man. I'm so psyched.
Dude, those games... the first one was awesomely corny. I loved it.
It was. Oh my god.
Like, it's just like... There's so much weird... Transformers is so fucking weird, like, when you think about it. Because, I mean, it was kind of pulled out of... Oh, let's make a toy that can turn into it's a robot that can turn into a car, and that was what it started as. So, like, making that make sense is, like, this huge leap of faith mentality, and it takes itself so seriously, and it's like, fucking, you're just hearing things like, careful now, Bumblebee, and it's like, oh, God, fucking, it's ridiculous. So you guys, you want to do a lightning round? You want me to run an ad and then we'll start doing a lightning round?
Yeah,
sure.
let's run an ad.
Alright,
Alright, Zach, so while we run an ad,
ready.
Explain this. Do you have the site set up? Can you see the chat?
Yeah, 1 sec.
So when you see the chat... Oh, hey, Assassin's Creed 3 trailer. That's another game that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to killing British people. I mean, playing as an American... I mean, that.
Okay, so...
Basically, what happens, right, is you can see the chat running?
Yeah, it's loading. Hold on.
Yeah, well, basically, what we do is we scream lightning round several times, and then followed with, like, a ding. And then we answer questions that people ask us in the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
So, I started up, then Lyle, then you.
Yeah, so
and then Lyle does a ding, ding, ding.
The third lightning round, you yell, and then we do a ding. It's you gotta get ready, man.
So hold on. Is it in order you, Phil, Lyle, Zach?
I'll tell you when to yell lightning round. Okay? How's that sound?
But I'm saying, is it? Do we each answer a question one after the other, or do you?
There's no order to it. It's just if you see one, just
okay.
Start talking, and then we'll shut up and let you go.
Yeah.
I'll eat these blackberries while I do it because I'm disgusted.
All right, get your questions ready.
Lightning round! Ding! 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 Why does Zach sound like he has a penis up his nostrils?
Because I do.
Because he does.
Okay. Zach, would you
animal
consider
in a
yourself
fight?
a critic? Yes, but I'm also a faggot. Okay, what else?
Would you finger Diction's ass flaps? No, God, no.
Pebbles Blue, what? Fuck you. What do you think of sleeping dogs? I don't know what that is.
Phil, if Lyle's dick had a canoe condom on it, would you still continue to blow him?
Who has blacker cum, Phil or Zach? I don't know, we both have really black, disgusting cum.
I'm the... What? I was the OG.
Fine,
I was the OG fucking dark cum slinger.
First off, wait a minute, who gets a blowjob with a condom on? What kind of faggot are you,
what
man?
the fuck? Like, that's...
I would actually feel bad for the girl. Like, you know, it's already worse enough she's tasting your penis. Now she has to taste
Whoa, stop. I got a really tasty penis.
I will confirm that, yeah, it's delicious.
Will you give a shout out to my dick? Maybe.
Better Lay's or Pringles? I don't really eat chips, but Lay's. Pringles taste like shit. I feel sick after it if you...
Dude, Pringles are fucking gross.
What's Phil's Xbox gamer tag? Suck my dick. I can tell you Lyle's, though.
No.
Oh, by the way, Lyle, add my new account because my old account got fucked. So add my new account. You'll see.
All right.
Lyle, can you make a montage of you playing League and raging?
That's not a bad idea.
I actually like that. I should do that. Up for some League of Legends, Phil? Maybe after this, if we like you enough. No. Why do bronies exist, Lyle?
Because gay. No, I feel like the whole brony thing is like, it's like people that like this thing that's like fucking not meant for them, so they think they're like this cool badass counterculture. They're like, oh, I'm so fucking edgy.
I think they want a label too. I think they just really want to find like a title for themselves.
Yeah,
it's a good way to identify, even though it's a really dumb thing.
Okay, I wouldn't say it's a good way to identify. It's a way to identify.
It's an easy way to it's an easy way to identify stuff, and people do it. I don't get it. It's stupid. It's fucking dumb, but.
Yeah, no, it's just...
Bronies I can deal with. Cloppers, on the other hand.
No, cloppers are the ones that I can understand more, because I jack off to some... I mean, not My Little Pony, but just weird shit. Like,
yeah.
So, I mean, if you like to jack off to weird shit, more power to you.
Yeah.
You know, you have your little ponies, I have my fucking people in ski masks getting their faces cut off. Like, that's
pretty sexy, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, Nothing gets me hard like a good old-fashioned jizz.
This one's for you, Lyle. Lyle, why don't you upload anything on your Guitar Master X7 Commentaries channel?
First of all, I don't even remember the password. Second, I didn't even remember it existed. And third, no.
Pebbles, would you rather spend the day?
Awesome. No. Go ahead, Pebbles.
Would you rather spend the day with Justine or at a Brony convention? I'd rather be dead. Thank you.
What? Okay. Let me just go on record by saying Justine is something to have sex with is not not something I have any moral obligation.
No, I know, but she's also obnoxious and she's stupid and her dumb voice.
Oh my god, have you never heard of like duct tape and a gun? She's not gonna say shit.
If she was dead, yes, I would spend the day with her gladly. In a dark, disgusting shed.
Phil, what is an embarrassing story? My sex life, or lack thereof.
Oh wow, that's harsh, man.
I don't give a shit. I fucking don't. Would you have sex with a moose? I think all of us have.
Would you have sex with Miley Cyrus? Same answer.
I think all of us.
Lyle, do you like horse penis?
Who doesn't?
Does that make him a clopper?
Lyle, what is wrong with Shadman?
Everything.
Phil, would you have sex with a reply girl? No, because both of them that have appeared on YouTube that are most prevalent are fucking hideous.
Plus her
Pebbles,
big bipolar boyfriend would beat you up.
No, I wouldn't.
Sorry, I cut you off. Go on.
No, it's okay. He asked if I would do a commentary with Ray, and that's really tempting, but I'd have to say no, because his show is horrible.
Ray, yeah, see, like, that's the thing, is if Ray William Johnson actually approached you, it's like he's got tons of subscribers. It'd be a little bit of a moral quandary, but I don't think I'd fucking do it either, because...
I wouldn't do it. You know who else is on his show? Fucking Gabriel Iglesias, the worst comedian to ever exist. I'm sorry.
Gabriel Iglesias is basically like Carlos Mencia, but if he was, like,
worse.
really fat, and instead of, like, racism jokes, he made fat jokes.
Have you seen Carlos's fucking YouTube channel?
Carlos Mencia still does stuff?
He has a YouTube channel, he's really skinny, it looks like he's on crack, and he's like, hey, there were some dogs that ate these Chinese people. What's the deal with that? And there's like a really slow, awkward transition, It's just really awkward and disgusting.
Dude, I had no idea Carlos Mencia was still a thing.
I gotta show it to you.
I remember when it first came out, like the very first season, and I was in like, I don't know, like 9th, 10th grade, something like that. I thought it was like funny, like the first 3 episodes, and then I was like, he just does the same thing over and over again. Like the edginess wore off because it was just so overdone, and then everything was like.
You gotta watch his YouTube videos; they're so bad.
Yeah, nice.
George Carlin for me was, so much of a better.
See, George Carlin. The thing about George Carlin is, I felt like he got too serious a lot of the time, and like it was like interesting. I think George is a really good commentator. I don't think he's good at telling. I don't think he's good at like making you laugh. But yeah, like that. Really that was the thing is, if I wanted to just laugh, I'd turn on like Louis C.K. or some shit like that.
I was gonna say, I think Louis C.K. is what George Carlin would be if George Carlin was like actually told better jokes. George has really good ideas, but not really good jokes.
Yeah,
I feel you.
He's funny.
I
have a lot of respect for George Carlin, and like as a philosopher, like. I sort of like his cynical view of everything.
Oh, I do too, yeah.
There's a lot of sense in it, but I don't think he's hilarious.
I'm gonna answer this real quick. I'm gonna answer this question because everyone keeps fucking asking it. I'm gonna upload shit this week. Chill out. It's not gonna be the first episode of the series I'm working on, but it's just so let everyone know that doesn't have a schedule. That just like Lyle, it'll be done when it's done. It'll be out before Lyle's Sanity Not Included comes out, but it'll be out. So stop asking.
Zach, do you think Gilbert Godfrey is funny? It depends. I've seen some stuff where I've laughed really hard at his stuff, and I've seen some stuff where he's done really badly and bombed really horribly. But yeah, it just depends what he's doing.
Speaking of Gilbert Godfrey, you know what joke I never really found funny? Probably because I'm from the internet, is the aristocrats joke.
Yeah, I think the whole point of that is like what the internet is. I think if you're just a regular street goer, you hear that joke. I think it's funnier that he told that joke like a few weeks after that, September 11th, and everybody was really upset and nobody wanted to laugh at anything.
Well, no, he told a September 11th joke, and then he used.
I know, followed by that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think in that context, it's pretty funny if you think about the whole.
Yeah.
Context of everything that happened.
Yeah, because that shit might have been happening. Did you know the annoying orange and Friend have a TV show? Yeah, I knew Fred had a TV show. I didn't know the annoying orange got one.
The annoying orange has a TV show.
Is on that show. Yep.
Which one?
Annoying orange. Yeah.
Wait, does he star on it, or is he just like a guest?
He's one of the stars of the show. I didn't realize that until recently, but I was upset by that.
What channel is he even on?
Cartoon Network.
Oh, Jesus, those fuckers are going downhill. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, the internet meme thing is starting to make its way into, like, mainstream media, and that... It's like the worst aspect of the internet is just starting to creep in, and it's like, oh, God, why?
Because they wait until stuff gets really old and stale. Zach, will you do more awesome film reviews? I was going to do the Avengers.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. It was as good as Garfield too. Zach Gabriel Iglesias even made a cameo on that fucking show. Yes, I know, it was bad.
Will Lyle ever have his own TV show? Only if Machinima goes on the fucking TV. Otherwise, no. Because he's not cut out for TV. I'm kidding.
I'm too, I say fuck a lot. And TV doesn't like that.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of work too. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Spoilers ahead, Smart House. Are you fucking? God damn it.
There have been people that wanted me to do like really fucking obscure things for spoilers ahead, like movies that came out like 5 years ago that nobody fucking remembers. It's just like, why?
Phil, thoughts on Wub and Dead Mouse? That's a whole nother video I could do and probably will do.
It's pronounced Dead Mouse 5.
He even wrote it out like Dead Mouse 5. Oh, God.
Is what you said about bronies applied to hipsters as well? See, hipsters are a completely different thing entirely.
I don't mind hipsters, if only for the fact that some of the hipster women are actually fucking hot. That's about it. I've never seen a hot.
Have you seen that video where it's like all these hipsters and then this girl like fucking cuts open a can of SpaghettiOs and rubs it in her vagina?
Oh
Dude,
my
I gotta
god!
Wait a second, Lyle, I gotta show you this video before.
I have seen that fucking video.
I can't click any links, otherwise the audio is gonna come through.
Okay, yeah. Well, just look at it later. But fuck, Chris sent me this video yesterday. I can't describe it. You just gotta watch it, I guess, is all I can say. Here, I'll post it to the chat so you guys can. I gotta sign up. Fuck that, I'm not gonna sign up.
But anyway, there's this video, right? And it's like these hipsters, and they're fucking listening to this girl, like, she's like reading like freeform poetry, and then she just like starts like, she just stops talking and just starts saying like, and just starts like rubbing fucking SpaghettiOs in her vagina. It's the weirdest fucking thing.
That is, and that's what's considered art. Fucking awesome.
And
Wow!
there's like all these
This
hipsters
is a question
just,
for
like,
you.
super interested watching it. Go on.
Apparently, oh no, I'm reading it because of me. Anyways, Lyle is your girlfriend, gamer girl, and Phil, did you enjoy Black Dynamite the movie? You first.
It's pronounced Gamer Girl 1.
Fucking idiot. I'll be honest. I've said this on the last podcast. I haven't seen Black Dynamite yet.
I haven't either. You should watch it.
Me and Lyle were supposed to watch that.
Well, now Zach has got to join in on our fucking movie night because
I've been wanting to. I watched a clip yesterday of it. It looks really funny, so I want to watch it anyways.
If we do that, we have to also watch the Raid Redemption. I finally saw a scene from the Raid Redemption. Holy shit, that movie looks sick.
I just saw fucking
God.
someone asking what my next tattoo is gonna be. I don't want to say what it is because I don't want anyone to steal it. Because I haven't seen anybody with one yet. And
Have you ever told me? I forget.
It's I'm just gonna tell you it's a piece of armor.
Oh.
That's all I can say. It's a piece of armor. But I've never seen anyone with this tattoo yet, and I think it would look really fucking cool. So
Spoilers ahead, Ted. Why is it okay? People
you
always
can't do
bring
spoilers ahead for a fucking comedy movie because you'll end up making it sound funny, and that's exactly the opposite of what you want to do. If it's bad.
Did either of you guys watch Ted? If so, what was your thoughts on Ted?
Oh,
Because I watched
apparently I did say it somewhere because people have, yeah.
I haven't watched it for the same reasoning that I haven't seen a fucking Family Guy episode in over 6 months.
Yeah, it's I watched
It's not.
it in
You know
theaters.
what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I watched it in theaters, and this was like a few days after opening night, or I think it was. And there was 13-year-olds everywhere. And Patrick Warburton, like, there's a bunch of Family Guy cast people in there. Like, Patrick Warburton's there. And every time a character would go on for Family Guy, people would be like, dude, look, it's Joe from Family Guy, dude, look. And I was like, oh my fucking god. So I was trying to watch it. Every time there was like people were so stupid, they didn't know whether a part was supposed to be funny or, like, serious.
Yeah.
And there was like a really serious part, everybody was laughing. I was like, you guys are fucking stupid.
Yeah, that movie just my friend fucking linked it on like a like shitty like bootleg stream.
Yeah.
And I watched it because I like to, when I work out, I like to watch things that make me angry.
That'll do it then. That's a good movie to do that too.
And at the end of that movie, it gets really melodramatic and depressing, and it's like, are you shitting me?
There's like, I think like probably 5 or 6 parts that are just cheesy, and that's it.
Oh no, I remember I saw a fucking episode of Family Guy where it's like Peter needed like a kidney, and like Brian could give it to him, but he would die or something. And it's like, it's fucking Family Guy.
There was I didn't watch Family Guy since like 2007, and I started watching it again because I heard it was really bad. And they have like 4 episodes in a row that were just dead serious, not funny at all. Tried to play out as like a dead. It was bad and awkward.
The last one I saw that was like that was when Quagmire's sister was being beaten, and the whole episode was just about him trying to kill the guy that it was beating her.
They have like 6 of those in one season. It's bad, dude. They ruined those. They ruined every character on that show. What little like character they had, they fucking destroyed it.
Yeah.
I really don't want to see what he's gonna do with the Flintstones then, because he has that. He's working.
I know.
What?
Yeah, he has 4 shows. They're all the exact. I think American Dad was. I think for at least I haven't watched it in a while, but I think when it was out, when I did watch it, I think that at least had a little bit of a difference to the other shows because the characters were likable a little bit.
Yeah.
Like Family Guy.
The Cleveland show is literally Family Guy.
It's worse than that, which
But with
says
jokes.
something. Yeah.
See, that's a good idea. Spoilers ahead, Silent Hill. Movies like that. Movies that take themselves too fucking seriously.
Yeah, that would see. The one that it's a really obvious choice, and I want to do it, but I don't want to make a fucking 4-hour video, is Metal Gear Solid. Like, I love those games, but the story is just like, what?
I don't know. Halfway down the video, it could just be you just fucking having a seizure, just how ridiculous that fucking story is. That's basically
like even Batman. By the end of that recording, I was like, God, I've been doing this for like 9.5 minutes, and there's so much wrong with this ending scene. But I was just like, this video's too long anyway, and if I start getting into it, I'll have to fucking rip on it for another 5. So I'm not doing that.
People got pissed off that you didn't like that you joked about The Dark Knight Rises. Like, people were actually offended by that.
Yeah, I didn't even hate that movie. Like, it had a lot wrong with it, but it was okay.
Lyle, are you and Phil planning on doing a riff tracks? No. When have we ever said we were gonna do that? I mean, that seems like it would be somewhat fun, depending on what movie we watch.
Lyle, will there be a Street Fighter Chode 2?
Yeah.
No, there won't be a Street Fighter Chode 2.
Unless Rina-chan pops her ugly fucking head back up.
Not even then, dude. Like, I think we made our statement.
Oh, Zach and Lyle, can you answer this for me? Does Spaz Kid seriously hate the Hot Diggy Demon, or was that video just a friendly stink towards him? I think Corey has probably the same idea that I do, at least a little bit close. I think he's really talented. I think he's really good at drawing stuff. I think he's a fairly good animator. Like, he can do stuff really well, but
he's not funny.
His cocky attitude and the fact that he thinks that he's on top, and he thinks he's God, really takes it away. I can't like him because of that. Plus his stuff isn't that good.
I've never even talked to him. I just don't think he's funny.
Yeah, but I would even say that's a bad offense, because there's a lot of people I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't think I'm funny, which is fine. But I just think, like, him as a person. Lyle and I watched, I know Lyle watched a little bit of him, like, doing a panel, and he's, like, so cocky and just, like...
Oh, yeah,
it's hard to like
Zach linked me to a panel of him, like, at a BronyCon, just to be like, yeah, look at how much of a fag this guy is. And I just skipped ahead, and there was I just skipped ahead, and the clip was him saying, like, oh, yeah, like, the stuff that I make, I'd like to say that it comes from personal place, but it doesn't. It's just a bunch of stuff that I like smashed together.
Yeah.
And I hate
watched,
that mentality.
I watched a few. He people like did interviews with him, and every time he was doing an interview, he was a complete dick to the person that was interviewing him. It's just
was it as a joke, or was it completely?
He was legitimately an asshole. He was like saying stuff like, "You're doing a bad job at interviewing. You don't know how to interview." And I was like, dude, he took the time out of his day to fucking interview you. At least be like, it wasn't playful.
I was talking to Allison about somebody who was letting internet fame get to their fucking head, and, you know, I just kind of sit there and I'm like, how do you do that? Like, how do you let something, like, the internet, I a firm believer that it is an actual platform where you can share your works and you can, you know, make something come out of it. But I think in the grand scheme of things, why the fuck would you ever take that, like,
seriously?
Entirely too seriously? You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
the thing about it is, I don't think fame equates to quality at all.
Doesn't.
And that's why I don't think fame will, or even even if I make the greatest fucking thing ever, I'm still not gonna be like completely happy with it. That's just part of being an artist, is you gotta kind of have that drive to improve. But
yeah,
like I think if you're famous, that means fuck all. That means nothing. That doesn't mean you're good. That doesn't mean that you're, you know, what you do is good. That doesn't mean that, you know, you're talented. It just means that you were able to market yourself.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it's easier to market something that's good than it is to market something that's shit. But every now and again, like, well, a lot.
I think it's way easier to pander than it is to actually put effort into something. If you put effort into stuff.
Oh yeah, if you pander, if you make a video about something topical, if you make a video that, like, you know, rides off the fame of something that's already famous, you can get fucking noticed.
But beyond that, like, if you play really softball, if you don't say any bad words, if you're not like you know, if you're really softball and really gentle about it, that can also get you. If your target audience is younger kids, you could do way better too. So those two put together can easily get you places you should deserve to be.
Well, even then, younger kids like it when you swear.
They like it, but I mean, it's if you don't, you can easily pass it around a lot. Like As Stuff, by Tomsky, ASDF. I'm not bagging on the guy, but his stuff really doesn't have a lot of bad words, so it's a lot easier to.
Well, a lot of that is sort of like lol XD.
That's what I'm saying. Like you could easily do that and then do.
I remember a while ago there were like these like crappy pivot animations called like stick figures on crack.
Yeah.
That got super popular because they were just like taking like Invader Zim audio and like animating stick figures and.
One sec, I gotta answer
like
this.
that.
No, I do not hate Harry Partridge.
No,
I was just about
Harry
to ask
Partridge
you.
is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I love
I was
Harry.
just about to ask you because I've heard there's actually some animators that I know who, for some odd reason, have a very mixed opinion. Like I've heard people say, like, there's one thing you can't deny: his work is fantastic.
I don't see how you could dislike Harry Partridge because first of all, a lot of his stuff is original. He does parodies every now and again, but like almost everything that he does is like sort of his own brainchild, and just that guy's frame by frame. Like I don't even animate. I know what goes into it, but I don't personally animate, and even I am like fucking completely blown away by the way that guy does movements.
Yeah, even like I think the worst thing you could say about Harry is like some of his stuff isn't like laugh out loud hilarious, but that's hard to do with the fucking short cartoon. So I don't think anybody can nail that perfectly. I don't think there's anybody that does cartoons that can like have you laugh every time.
Dude, fucking Starbarians, man, like that is just so. I've seen like animated TV shows and shit that don't have animation that even grazes that.
Yeah, there's one thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
There's one thing I gotta say is like his a style that I love to see come back, and that I think he's been the only one who's ever actually been able to perfect it, is that whole old school sort of cartoon feel, like with his Mass Effect parody. That was fucking incredible how he animated that and made it feel like an old 80s cartoon. I love that style, and he's able to employ that style very well. Like,
but they don't move like 80s cartoons, because 80s cartoons were often like really stiff.
Really stiff. You can watch,
awkward, but they're like proportioned like 80s cartoons.
Yeah, that style.
That style. It's like that style. It's, you know how 80s cartoons, the intros always looked really good.
Yeah,
it's like that, but like the whole time it looks like that, and it's really fucking cool.
Oh, we were on this for a while. Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, now that we've sufficiently gushed about Harry Partridge,
I will suck his dick.
Dude, that guy's dick.
I already sucked it.
Yeah. It's fucking. If there wasn't a big line, I'd suck his dick, but I'm not gonna get.
There's a big line. I will suck his dick.
There's a line of anybody who animates probably wants to suck his dick. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not willing to wait in line, but, like, you know, if it's, like, end of the day and I catch him, like, closing up shop, I'll be like, yo.
Follow Lyle on Twitter at Lyle McDouchebag.
At Cooperford15.
I like how that's where you plug me. Fuck you. Oh, Jesus. Do you want to wrap this up, though? Because we've been going for, like, an hour and 15 minutes. So.
I kind of want to play some League, so let's wrap this up.
Yeah, let's follow me on Twitter at Lyle McDouchebag. Follow Phil on Twitter at Philip Caldero1. You can follow Zach at Psychic Pebble. Is it Pebble or Pebble?
It's different on everything. I don't know. I think it's Pebble. I don't know.
It's either Psychic Pebble or Psychic Pebbles. Whichever one has more followers is the real one, because the other one probably exists. I know his YouTube has the S. I think the YouTube has the S. I don't know.
It has the S. It's fucking different.
If you start typing it into search, it'll autocomplete, and everyone will be happy.
If you type in bad videos on YouTube, you'll find all of my stuff.
The whole of the world.
Shitty videos.
Type in unfunny videos that looks bad. It's horrible. It's gay.
God, Zach, your voice.
Top video.
I hate you, man.
Top video. Top video.
Fuck you.